LLC. Must be 21 plus and physically present in New Jersey to play. Bet with your head, not over it. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nobody does it better than Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Enjoy all-inclusive, unrivaled luxury with unlimited shore excursions, indulgent cuisine, personalized service, and more aboard spacious all-suite ships. Visit rssc.com to experience the unrivaled.
Big Head Chuck. It was a simple observation that came out of him just not being able to fit into most hats we had around the store. When a big enough ball cap came in, we always went right to Chuck to see if he needed it. He would say, "Just need a big hat to cover my big brain." It wasn't the only name we had for him, though, around the store. There was Chalkboard Chuck, because Chuck had this uncanny knack of drawing graffiti-like messages on the chalkboard that looked great for advertising sales at the store. Now, no one really knew for sure how he picked up this skill set, but at this point, I think I can safely say that along with this skill, he also boasted the ability to hang upside down from railroad bridges. But hey, it was something he probably just picked up along the way. I will have to, once and for all, though, dispel the rumors. L.E.P.D. did not tag the train car that was stopped at the store a few years back. But Chuck was a vital part of the hoax. "Hey, Chuck, that train is stopped up there on the tracks. Go spray paint OnTarget, noon on Saturdays on the side. I'll throw it out there on social media and ask for people to send us a hit when they see it down the road." Chuck was all in. And honestly, I think a bit disappointed when I told him I was going to Photoshop the actual words on the train car. All he had to do was hold the can of paint as a prop. The Chuck stories have become folklore at L.E.P.D. for the past 10 years. New employees would hear them and, of course, ask Chuck if they were true. I have to admit, I may have helped keep alive a few along the way. Ever wonder why L.E.P.D. has wooden shelves in our display case? Old Chuck. The video lives on at L.E.P.D. Christmas parties. The security video rolls, of course with no sound, until the exact moment Chuck nicks the glass shelf, immediately on the video cueing Billy Joel's "You May Be Right." You know, the one song off the Glass Houses album that starts with glass breaking? In the video, Chuck is mortified, but laughed about it later with all of us. Of course, his L.E.P.D. family came to the rescue and the cleanup began. I could really fill up the entire show today about stories with Chuck. He came to us just shy of 10 years ago, and honestly, I don't remember an L.E.P.D. without him. A retired Franklin County deputy, Chuck was part of the badass crew in the day when our city was fighting crime and crack and chaos. Chuck started with the county in 1979, and by 1989 made sergeant. About that same time, Chuck, along with some brave and fearless men and women, formed the Tactical Elite Team, or the TET Team as they called it. They had a company donate an old bread truck that they painted and fixed up to suit their needs, and off they went to fight crime in the trenches of our city. That team would evolve over the years and today is known as the modern-day SWAT team. Chuck went on to finish his career in court services with the Sheriff's Department and retired in 2010, close to 32 years after he had started. Chuck may have left law enforcement in 2010, but law enforcement, community service, and fighting crime didn't leave him. A few years later, in 2016, Chuck walked through the entrance of L.E.P.D. and immediately into the family. The amount of people Chuck knew who came through our doors was nothing short of amazing. It was officers and deputies and judges and politicians. But he never lost that eye for the bad guy as well, participating in multiple arrests we've had over the years right here at 999 Bethel Road. During the riots of 2020, Chuck routinely drove through the lot in the middle of the night to keep tabs on everything, as he put it. And he'd report back if anything was out of place. Heck, he was even part of the crew who volunteered to stay the night at L.E.P.D. as a deterrent to the thugs looting gun stores at the time. Chuck was the real deal. And even as he grew older, you wouldn't want to do him wrong or do wrong by the ones he cared most about. Chuck was always a protector, an original sheepdog protecting his herd. As I tried to write the opening this week, I struggled because he was so loved and he had so much character it was hard to even begin to paint the picture of Chuck if you didn't know him. And when I say character, I mean character. From his conspiracy theories to his uncanny ability to remove rodents in his neighborhood, he was overflowing with life. Some of his conspiracies were outlandish, and all I could do was shake my head when one was invariably reported as true. Last year around his neighborhood, there was apparently a little bit of a skunk problem. Chuck stepped in, would trap them, and then, well, dispose of them. So picture that. They're trapped in a little metal cage, and he would load them in his truck. I said, Chuck, what the heck? How do you not get sprayed when you go to pick them up? Well, you just got to know how to talk to them. If you talk calmly and nicely, they don't feel threatened and you don't get sprayed. That was Chuck. He could make friends with anyone. It didn't matter if you had 2 legs or 4 legs. Man, was he a staple around this store for the past 10 years. He did anything you needed, from chalkboard to security, from trash removal to selling firearms to customers, from buying lottery tickets for the employees to bringing in treats for everyone. Chuck did it all. I remember last winter, snow was everywhere. 2 younger employees texted me asking if we're getting a snow day. I said, get your ass to work. Chuck is already there and has hand shoveled the driveway already. Come on. Chuck was from a generation that knew hard work paid off. I told you I could literally go on for hours. But one story I forgot about until this week, it will make you laugh, and that's what we need right now. Chuck came down with COVID around 2021, and it hit him hard. I think he was actually hospitalized, and it was touchy for a moment. His L.E.P.D. family decided to cheer him up with participation from the local police department. We formed a caravan from the store through his neighborhood to his house. We made a spectacle when we got close to the house as we planted a large "Get Well" sign in his front yard for all of his neighbors to see. I mean large. We really wanted to cheer him up because he wanted nothing more than to get back to work. The sign read, "Get well, Chuck." Big font. Congratulations on your sex change. It made us all laugh at the time when we needed it, just like today. Though I hear the neighbors are still reportedly asking questions. Last Saturday, at this exact same time, Chuck was standing right over here, watching the live broadcast. He had just opened the store like he had done every Saturday for the last 9 years. Today we're a little bit empty because we lost our friend on Sunday. Now Chuck, he'd be pissed if he knew we were spending this much time talking about how great of a friend, father, husband, and grandfather he was to so many. It's been a difficult week for his family and for his L.E.P.D. family. We're all still at a loss for words and honestly still in shock. Just wanting to do something to help, just not knowing what to do. We escorted Chuck's body on Thursday from a facility in Gahanna to the funeral home in Worthington. And if you've ever doubted the camaraderie, the brotherhood of first responders, it was on full display in that escort. Without hesitation, officers who never knew Chuck, but knew the legacy, knew the job, knew the commitment to one another, my fellow officers and dear friends with the CPD Motor Unit, the CPD Air Unit with Franklin County Sheriffs, along with Sharon and Perry Townships, assistance from Worthington and other departments. We did an escort that would have made them proud. The video of motorcycles and police cars coming down the empty High Street in Worthington, chopper overhead, was amazing. I'm so thankful for them, their unselfishness, unwavering commitment to take care of their own. Not one of them along the way hesitated, even for a moment, when I asked for their assistance. The family was beyond appreciative. If you haven't seen it already, the video's out there on the YouTube channel, and it's definitely worth taking a look. As I reflected on the past week, I realized that in all the planning for starting this store, we had no idea that we would have to plan for the loss of L.E.P.D. family. Chuck was the third one we lost, and I'm still unprepared. Today we grieve for Chuck, for his family, but we really need to be celebrating his life. He's fine. Hell, he finally knows which conspiracies are true. And I know he's jumping up and down, screaming, "I told you so." Although, Chuck, if you're listening, still not buying the whole flat earth thing, you may need to send me a little sign on that one. If your legacy is measured by how many people you touched, how many lives you enriched, and how many people turn to you in their time of need, Chuck's larger-than-life legacy will not soon be forgotten. Your stories, Chuck, will live here within the walls of L.E.P.D, and we sit in your shadow and we remember what you taught us. And somehow, some way, we got it from here.
Now the sun's gone to hell, the moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the starlight, in every line